phenomenal series.
That was something very special, and a series that just simply would not die young is also going to be joining us on the show. Let's give this another go around here. See, the problem in the past here, Some Die Young, is we couldn't hear the other person. But I think we actually have you, Coldzera. Can you hear me now?
You can hear me now? Yes, I can hear you guys now. You guys can hear me?
We're all over. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we could hear you before, we couldn't, but the chat could. So sorry about that. Anyway, congratulations, Marcelo. And long day at work, huh?
It was kind of sad, like, to play against them because they are playing with standing. So, like, sometimes it's hard. Like, we were waiting for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, but sometimes it's hard. Like, we have another schedule for another team play, so it's kind of hard to be in. Like, we got the victory. We didn't play good today, so I think we committed a lot of mistakes. But like, we are trying to figure out how we're gonna use Bimas in the team. He's pretty talented as well. I think he's feeling a little bit pressured, but at the end, like, he's playing good.
Okay, a quick question, Cole. I mean, we've seen a lot of new players joining, a lot of orgs, a lot of teams right now. So obviously you haven't really had much time to work with him. And right now, from what we see, at least on the CT side, for example, he's playing Olaf's role. But eventually, are you going to be, switching up a structure more substantially to make him maybe have a new role in the team?
Yeah, like when he joined, like we just talked with him like on Saturday. So we were like, we couldn't like play for 1 week almost. So that was kind of hard a little bit. So like we were trying to just making play a little bit like the positions from Olaf, because we didn't have too much time to change anything. So right now he's just trying to do his best as he can. But I think at the end of after this tournament, we're gonna change probably some positions for sure.
Now, Cold, I have to ask, you mentioned that having a stand-in with Bimas is a little challenging. It seemed like you guys were over-rotating towards that ramp on multiple occasions. Did you feel that yourself as well, or is that just you guys just being very mobile on the CT side?
To be honest, it's kind of hard to play a little bit. We're moving a lot. We have a lot of gaps. So sometimes he don't know the name of the positions because we call it different. So it's kind of a little bit hard for him. So we're trying to have a good connection between everyone. So sometimes we create so many gaps because it's hard to understand what's happening during the game. So I think we're trying to do the best as we can. We didn't have too much time to practice. So I think we were trying to do the best as we can.
For sure. Yeah. Sorry, I have one more question.
Yeah.
I gotta ask about that Molotov towards the door. Did you think that molly, it wasn't hitting you there, or was there a glitch that we didn't see?
So
what happened?
When I saw the molly coming, I was getting one step, and after another step, because I thought the molly was deeper. So I was burning. I said, I'm gonna die. And I don't know, I was trying to walk to see if it's gonna stop, because I want to have an angle, because I knew he would push. But I didn't know it was spreading so much. Unlucky.
Unlucky for real.
Yeah, definitely unlucky. Rather unfortunate turn of events there. Coldzera, I want to thank you for your time. Is there anything you want to say to the FaZe clan fans that stuck around all afternoon watching you guys?
Yes, thank you very much, guys, for supporting us. It's going to be a hard times now because we need time to practice together, but thanks for your support, and we are glad because we won today. Bye-bye.
Yeah, easy as that. Obrigado, my friend. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Cool. So let's keep the show flowing along here. What did we learn from Coldzera, other than the fact that, yes, they do have a stand-in in Bimas. They haven't necessarily considered this guy, I guess, for the long term just yet. It might just still be too early.
It is still early, but I believe the fact that it picked him over so many other people out there, I think it goes to show that they are going in for the long haul, at least for the time being. Like Cole said, they're going to see how he fits in. And honestly, from an eye test, the past couple of games he's played so far, it has been scrappy affairs. It's been long games. It's required a lot from all the star players in the team, but he has held his own, and I have been very impressed. Considering, forget inside the server, like Cole mentioned, the external factors, the pressure on such a young player joining a squad like this, and he is holding on. He is managing to show what he's got. I, for one, would be very surprised if he doesn't stick around in this team for at least a while.
Christine, I think we have a phone call. Do you want to take it, or do you want to take it? Okay, take it. I think this guy, it's Some Die Young. There's no real spoilers here. I accidentally called Coldzera Some Die Young earlier, vice versa. Either way, we've got you on the show now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Hello.
Excellent that you can hear us, first and foremost. I just want to say commiserations, and I'm sorry that this game has gone the way that it has for you guys. Talk to me a little bit about playing with Dima and just how much of a setback that may or may not have been.
We just have to take Dima. because we ask a lot of players and that who can come and play with us. He played with us, so Dima make a great job anyway, and thanks for him for standing. And it is what it is.
It is that. So, I mean, we could keep going here, too. I've got a couple more questions. I've noticed that you guys tend to do some things over there on the side of Dust, too, and I know that feels like it was a long time ago, but I want to talk about that CT push on your pistol side, or excuse me, on your pistols, on your CT side of Dust, too. You push middle. Is that sort of something that you call on the fly, or is that something that you rehearse because it's FaZe?
No, we just did because it's our round and we have it in our pool.
Cool. Easy as that. I'm good. I'm satisfied.
I mean, obviously, just want to talk about iDisbalance's performance there. I mean, that was insane from him. At the same time, it was a very hyper-aggressive performance from iDisbalance, especially on the CT side. Was that the game plan you had coming in, or was that because you're playing with Dima, did he have to play a little bit more aggressively? Did you switch up your CT side because of that?
We did it because we need something to do, I think. Because we plan with standing, we can do a lot of our combins. Our rounds, I mean, so he just say he gonna pick this there, and he did it.
So hold on, Christine, before you jump in here, I got another question from a man, Someday Young, and it's about the ace that we saw over on Dusty for Magic. So you throw yourself in front of the bullets, you throw yourself into the fire so that he can get the ace. Do you recall that? How does that go down? Is it joking? Is it fun on TeamSpeak or Discord or whatever you're using? How does that all go down the way it does?
It was really, really fun and good, and I can jump for every of my teammates again if they need to make ace. Doesn't matter.
What a great answer. I love that as well. Someday Young, I needed to ask you, it seemed like on that nuke T side, you guys were making all the right reads. Did it feel like you...
It's a question for him, but I think he read it pretty well, yes.
Yeah, well, I guess on that note, it's already been a pretty long day for you guys. I'm going to let you get out of here, Someday Young. Anything you want to say to the people that watched all day long?
Yes, thank you guys, everyone, for support for us in this hard game, and see ya.
And see ya. Das Vidanya. It is that easy. It is that simple. Thank you very much, Someday Young. We will see you a little bit later.
Thank you, guys.
But for us, we do have to continue a little bit more. Potter, what have you got cooked up for us on the Stats Helix?
I've got cooked up exactly kind of what Someday Young was just saying. Chopper, he was making all the right reads in this game. And on this round in particular, the scoreline, it's tied 6-6, and it's so impressive this round, how it really unfolds. Magix, he has the spawn. He asks iDisbalance to drop in the AWP. He gets a really nice look onto Nico here, actually getting a leg shot off and then finishing him off. But take a look at Chopper. He's now heard the commotion happening towards this inner, and now he's going to beeline his way straight down to Secret, because he understands that the defenders now, they've got to respect the potential for a B pop outside on that upper inner yard. Now look at the reactions coming out of all of these Team Spirit members towards this lobby. They're going to start walking back. They understand that Chopper has made it down. Now Chopper is communicating to his teammates to go outside and throw these B smokes. We see iDisbalance making his way out, SDY making his way out, and I'm going to fast forward it here just a little bit as these two throw their smokes towards this cross. Now, the point of this smoke is to try to make and manipulate a rotation coming out of these FaZe clan members, because Chopper has made his way down into the event and he's waiting for any of these FaZe clan members to make their way down. Now these guys are just beelining it, rushing, making as much noise as they can, and that's to make Rain make him rotate, and that's exactly what happens. And this is just such a nice round coming out of Team Spirit. If we could take a look actually of the point of view of Chopper, to just see him crossing outside, making his way down to lower, it's just this round, it's one of those rounds for Spirit that's well thought out from start to finish, and it had all the right pieces, all the right layers to make it as successful as it was.
So basically, feels good, man.
Feels really good, but it kind of feels bad at the end of the day as well.
It does kind of feel bad, but I know what really is has set us off in the right tone. Christine, I just want to say that you're an excellent weather woman. Thank you for sharing with us your Stats Helix. I don't know too many weather women myself, so it's nice to have you on board here. Bleh, I'm going to pull up the graphics here for the group, and we're going to take a look at how this all shakes down now that FaZe have secured a victory. Can you walk me through this one, Bleh?
Yeah, FaZe winning a very narrow win yesterday against Godsend. That looked like it might have gone the way of Godsend, but then FaZe waking up on map number 3, taking the win. And then today, of course, we just saw that marathon of a series. And with those 2 wins, then on top of the table, Team Spirit have won one. They've lost one. They dismantled Fnatic yesterday 2-0, getting the 3 points there. And of course, losing right now a few minutes back to FaZe means they're second place and have gotten Fnatic, the Swedish org, against the Swedish team. Now it's going to be playing for a win here. I think this could be almost a must-win game for both these teams. Obviously, Fnatic looking rough around the edges. Gotten going to be frustrated losing that game yesterday where they looked like at one point